are the Egan family. And today we have something a little bit different for you. I promised to film how we organize our homeschool space.
So that's what we're doing.
Yes, but the thing is, we do not have a dedicated homeschool room. So right now, our dining room, which doubles as our playroom, now triples as our homeschool storage space. But also, I'll show you, because we are working with a big giant mess in here first. So in order to show you how we store everything, first I have to show you what we're dealing with, put it back together, and then I can give you a breakdown of how we store all of our homeschool material. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what we're working with, and then we're gonna put it together and go from there. Okay, so first when you come in from our living room, here is, if you hear something in the background, Emery is watching her tablet and it's keeping her occupied. Oh, and there's the ring light. Anyway, so when you first come in from the living room, this is our bookshelf that Parker's and, well, the kids' Grandpa Paul built for them. These are toys. It's fake retainer. This box up here is what we keep all of the current stuff in. So as you can see, I have not emptied it from this past school year. So that's something that we have to do. There's like a dump zone here. And these are all the books that we use for homeschool this year. I mentioned that we do have to redo our library. So I'm not going to touch this part today because that's going to be a future video. Here is where I store my coffee, but no, really, this is where we put some curriculum, which I have over, you'll see in a minute, and that we're going to redo. All this stuff down here is toys. I'm not going to touch the toys today because I did already do that kind of recently. This, we have like teacher stuff, art supplies, old papers and curriculum. These two carts are what we store most of our things in.
This is our daily thing, and this is our Sunday thing.
Yeah, this is, I'll show you how we break it down when I do the organization. And yeah, like Parker said, this has more like boredom buster things.
Like I'm bored bin or something.
Over here, we have an easel, dry erase on one side, chalk on the other. We're missing a table right here, but that goes there. This is a little art desk. This is Eloise's. And then we do have this baker's rack that Grandpa Paul built us as well. And we have a lot of games and curriculum pieces, extras, word building games, blocks, our clock down here. So I'll show you that. And then this is what we're cleaning up today.
Yes.
We have all these books down here. Here's a book bin for Emery to grab from. These are clothes that need to go down to the basement. We have a mess, a jumble of stuff here. And we have a pile of curriculum that needs to go back on the shelf until we organize our library.
Yes.
So, and then the coffee cart. So, this is what we are working with. We're going to put you back on the tripod and get to cleaning.
I don't need no one to say you're complicated, 'cause I knew from the start this might be overrated. It's so typical, you wanna give it one more try, even though if your mind is telling you it's all a lie. That you miss me, 'cause where
So as I mentioned, we really do have quite a small house for the 5 people who live here, but we really do try to just make all of our spaces work as well as possible. What you're seeing right here is me organizing Parker's reminder binder. It's something I put together as his teacher to try and self-motivate him. So when he has a question about something that he's already learned and really should know, I ask him to reference the materials that are in this binder first to see if he can figure out the answers on his own. Another thing I really wanted to point out is how cute Parker is in the background, reorganizing his art desk. He really took a lot of pride in making sure everything was just so, and I was really thankful for his help on this day. So here you're seeing me go through a bunch of Emery's dentist toys that got left behind, and she really likes getting into the cleaning sprays, and that's what that toothbrush was, a cleaning toothbrush. And so now I'm just cleaning off the table so we can have a clean slate. And while that dries, I'm moving over to the cube organizer, which I know looks really cluttered. But like I said, you have to remember that there are 3 kids with toys in this house. We don't have a designated toy room. And right now, Eloise is in the master, which is not even really, it couldn't be considered a master, but she's in the room with Will and I, and Emery and Parker share a room. So it really is a small space, but we are so thankful for this house and so thankful for what this small space is able to do for our family. And what you just saw there was one of Parker's absolute favorite toys, and it's a Hoberman sphere. Right there, I'm just taking those clothes out to the kitchen. Our basement comes off of our kitchen, so that's what those are going out there for. So here I switched the camera angle so you could see Parker and his process of organizing a little bit more. He's, like I said, he's so cute and took so much pride in making sure everything was just so. So coming up here, you're going to see me showing you a penny, and I just thought that was so sweet because it was something that, you know, very easily could have gotten there from 100 different ways. But Parker has had some family members pass away not too long ago, and he has constantly found pennies all around him ever since then. So of course we always tell him that they're pennies from heaven. So when I found that while we were filming this video, getting his homeschool space ready, I thought it might be a sign. So here you're seeing me go through our crate of things that we use every day in homeschool. But since our homeschool year is complete, I'm just taking any miscellaneous worksheets I may have printed off or ripped out of different curriculum books that I think that are still level appropriate that he didn't finish this year. They were just extra ones that I had laying around. So I'm making a pile of those. I'm also showing you some of the old curriculum that we used and that a crossword puzzle that Will and I like to do. And these right here are just journals that I had him keep that are still in really good shape. He didn't finish them up. So he's going to be using them. And then I'm showing you some of the other books that we have used throughout the year, and my teacher planner, which is from the Happy Planner. So if you have any questions about any of the things that we kept in our crate this year or what will be in our crate for the upcoming year, let me know. I'll be happy to share any of those things with you. It's just a bunch of random miscellaneous things that I can pull down and have at my disposal throughout the day.
Feel it in my bones, I can feel it in my veins. Hands in the sky, I can feel the winds of change. You live for what I've lost.
So here I'm just going through some projects and paperwork that Parker completed this year, and I decided, oh, and then I found that really sweet picture of Parker and I on my first Mother's Day. But then I decided that today was not the day to go through all those things. So you'll see I just kind of put them all in a crate to organize a different day. And then I kept finding all these other random things that someone had shoved in my bin of curriculum, like Emery's chapsticks and a Wizard of Oz book, which if you know me, oh, and that bag of seashells. But if you know anything about me, you know Wizard of Oz is my favorite movie, and I also collect all of those editions of the books. But yeah, so here I just decided I was going to give up on actually going through what we're keeping for the year and just focus on making sure it was out of the way, and I'll go through those another day. I feel like as a mom, that's something I struggle with a lot, is mom guilt about paper clutter, because part of me really wants to make sure that my house is clutter and paper free, but I also really just want to keep every single little thing that they ever have scribbled on. So let me know in the comments if anybody else finds themselves struggling with that as well.
Gotta let me straight to you. I was down, but things are looking up. I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should. I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should.
Now here I'm just organizing those drawer systems that I was telling you about. The one that I'm organizing right now has our daily tasks. I'll explain that a little bit. And then the one to the right has more boredom busters or just paper organization like that. But I did want to ask, I am trying to use a new like headset microphone to film these voiceovers than what I was using in my 4th of July vlog, which was just the microphone that came on my computer. So let me know in the comments if this is okay quality, or I know it's not the best or anything, but which one you prefer. Just let me know in the comments. And as always, if you see anything that we're doing that we don't end up explaining in the later part of this video that you would like to see more in depth, we would be more than happy to share anything like that with you. So yeah, just let us know any of that stuff in the comments, and we really have been enjoying talking to you guys in there. So anything that you have requested, or any tips or tricks that you have in organizing your homeschool. And here I am just getting ready to vacuum this carpet. You'll notice that a little part of it up in the left-hand corner is peeling. We're waiting for more carpet tape to come in the mail. So if you notice that, that's why. So just enjoy. This is always the best part, is when the room starts to look like it's coming together. I know it still looks a little bit cluttered, but much, much more improved than it was. And you're about to see Benny there, our cat, who always has to be right where we are doing everything that we're doing, which I'm sure if any of you have pets, you have a pet just like that too. Now, I'm sure you'll notice I don't have a super fancy vacuum or anything like that. It's so easy when you're watching these types of videos on YouTube to try and compare yourself to other people. So let this just be a reminder that you don't always need the best and the newest of everything. Our vacuum works perfectly fine. Our little house serves us well. And like I said, it's so easy to try and compare yourself to other people, but this is real life and this is our real life and we love it. So if you needed that reminder today, I hope that this was a good one for you.
Just you and me together, we'll all sing better outside.
Okay, everybody, so we're done. I thought we were going to include in this video what we have stored everywhere, but I think it's going to be way too long. So stay tuned for part 2 where I show you how everything is organized. See you in the next video.
Bye!
Bye! Hi, everyone. I'm Devin.
I'm Parker.
And we are the Egan family.
family.
Pause. And this is Benny. And we are the Egan family. Hi, Benny. All right, I'm going to put him down because he's not happy. So, same outfits, same day. Part 2. We're going to show you how we organize our homeschool. So I'm going to flip you around. We're dying. We just did a lot of work. All right.
Yes, reading.
Okay, so like I mentioned before, everything up here in this general store utility bin is what we are currently working on for the school year. Obviously, there is nothing we are currently working on for the school year. So I do have like some extra folders, and there's Parker's reminder binder you may have seen, and I explained in the last video what that was. And just a couple of games that we will be using this year. That is still a dump station for all of my husband's belongings. Now, moving over here, there's like gonna be weird lights because, you know, it's that time of day where we're gonna get weird lights. And like I said, I'm not gonna talk too much about the lower shelves, but I will show you a little bit. This shelf up here contains all of our next year curriculum that we purchased new for this year, reference books and read alouds. Now, down there, we do have some science kits that we will be using for the upcoming school year. Now, moving on to these shelves, we have got this little sandbox outside. So my mom, we love ornaments, the Hallmark ornaments. So we have the sandbox one, and we do have Goodnight Moon, one of our favorite books. And here we have, it's a little caddy that has scissors, a stapler, some tapes, and some glue. And back here we have paint and all things paintable. Now in this, we have Parker's money jar, we have markers, we have extra like toilet paper rolls that we do crafts with. We have pencils, crayons, pens, paintbrushes, and dry erase markers. And then in this bin over here I showed you before had all of our current year's school papers. Like after he completes worksheets for the day, we put them in here. I moved all of those into a tote from this year to be organized and looked through to see what we are going to keep and what we're not. So right now, there's nothing in that one. Now on to our main organization for homeschool is these carts. So let me zoom you in here. So in this top cart, all of my teacher supplies are in this bin. And then we have warm-up. So anything that he would do for a morning warm-up. And then these are all labeled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll be back here. Can you see these now?
Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, and the bottom 3 are all extra bins. So in here right now we have worksheets, poetry books, and little books that he might be using this coming year in school. So that's what those are. Then this next one is all more student driven. The top bin is white paper, then is lined paper, colored paper, stamps, flashcards and card games, laminating pouches, obviously that's for me. Oh, hi Ruby. Art extras, an I'm bored bin, which has things in it that, you know, you can use if you're bored, extra resources, and then Emmy's school at the bottom, and we still have a bed. If you hear Emery crying in the background, she's tired. So Will has her on the front porch playing. All right, now Parker, want to give a tour of your desk?
Here is my thing. This is all stuff that my mom needs to read. And then over top here, this is where I keep my crayons and keep this dinosaur. And every season I'm going to put up a new thing. I put this thing up because at the beach house, we're doing what's called the Pirates Weekend. If you heard that in our last video, then thank you for listening to that. And then I have a little bunny eraser with my little painted bunny. Oh, and here, right here, is a little squirrel pen. And that is all of my desk. Come on, get up.
Okay. Now moving over here is where the rest of our main storage is. Behind on this top shelf here, we have funnels for science experiments. We have blocks, we have chemistry sets, and we have all of these books over here are social emotional books. So they deal with all different sorts of big emotions that they could be having. So if we're having a bad day, we can reference those books. And then there's a couple binders over here where I just have teacher reference materials, and this one. And this one, I do hand lettering, so I keep all of my hand lettering projects in there.
And this game is a letter building game. So you just screw these on the right way and they'll go to the top and you can make a letter.
Yeah, so you get all of these pieces and you can make different words on your screw.
Yeah.
And then you want to show them your card holder. That's pretty cool.
This is a card holder. You can play card games without having to hold out your hand so it feels hard. And it's also a pretty good fan.
All right. And then the last piece down here, this is empty. Any time Parker's working on like a project, so when we do those history pockets, we can put those in there, but obviously that's empty. That learning targets thing for first grade can actually go away. And then we just have some learning games. We have Animal Act, which is kind of like, it's an acting game, like charades, and you have to make up songs and stuff. And then there's the Weird But True game. So anybody who has watched the Weird But True show, it's kind of it's a game based on that. And then we have a spelling game, which is like a puzzle game. We have Pictionary. Hi, Ruby.
You're in a live video.
Are you gonna help us? Thanks, Rube. She's changed her mind. There's a paper tube ocean, a candy house. So those are art projects. Then on this side over here, we have puzzles and different games, mostly puzzles, and a project Parker did in first grade. It's based on Dia de los Muertos. He made an ofrenda. And then this is just a clock to help with telling time. It's the Melissa and Doug clock. And now over here, you'll see we have reclaimed our dining room table and underneath the dining room table. So all of that stuff has been dealt with like you saw. And then I have reorganized my little coffee bar, which will be changing very shortly. I'm very excited about that. Okay, so besides our library, which will be another video, that's pretty much how we store all of our things. It's very cluttered. We have a very small house, but it works for us. And this is the season of life that we're in right now, and so we're totally okay with it. So if you have any other requests for any other videos, like I said, library video will be the next huge project that we're doing. So we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.